Number 15 on our list is Dolly Parton for 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is a good-hearted, simple-minded comedy that will win a place in film history. I suspect primarily because it contains movie debut of Dolly Parton. She is, on the basis of this film alone, a natural-born movie star, a performer who holds our attention so easily that it's hard to believe that this is her first film. She did a truly an amazing job here. Number 14 on our list is Beyonce for Cadillac Records. Beyonce plays Etta James, the most temperamental and fragile of chess record success stories, who struggled with alcohol and drug addiction. It's such a showy and brassy role for Beyonce, and so easily dismissible as a career stepping stone for her. She was obviously making a big effort to be a serious actress, and the challenging of playing James is similar to the challenge Diana Ross took on playing Billie Holiday in Lady Sings the Blues. Number 13 on our list is Jennifer Lopez in Hustlers. Her performance earned her universal rave reviews, arguably the best in her career. As Ramona, a one-woman supernova who reigns over New York strip club, Lopez gives her most electrifying screen performance since Selena, slipping the movie into a non-existent pocket from the moment she strides into a neon-lighted stage in a rhinestone bodysuit. Somehow, she was ignored for Oscar nomination. Hustlers is about women who don't need men. No wonder the Oscars snubbed it. Number 12 is Madonna for Evita. Madonna won the Golden Globe for her performance. Evita herself, magnificently embodied by Madonna, rises above quibbles as she should. If there is one thing great for Evita should lack is any trace of self-doubt. Here we have a celebration of a legendary woman for those who take this film superficially, and for others a moral tale of a misspent life for those who see more clearly. Number 11 on our list is Mary J. Blige for Mudbound. She received Academy Award nomination for her role. Mudbound is a powerful tale set in a Jim Crow America. She plays a hard-working wife, Florence, who plows the fields, raises her children. Mary J. Blige, a raspy and annoying musical aberration, her first screen role is dignified, long-suffering. Florence is mesmerizing. Number 10 on our list is Jennifer Lopez for Selena. What makes this movie work is Jennifer Lopez's electric performance as Selena, capturing the charismatic aspects of Selena's stage persona and, in essence, her maturity as a growing woman. It's insightful in portraying Mexican-American culture as a rich resource of its own flavor and character. She was nominated for a Golden Globe. Number 9 on our list is Queen Latifah for Bessie. Bessie is a solid drama that nonetheless warrants a simply and beautifully because in the bright spotlight it gives underrated talents of star Queen Latifah, who does quite easily the best work of her career here. This sexually charged, intense look at blues icon Bessie Smith. Latifah, who is in nearly every scene, never falters in her portrayal of a woman who was too edgy, too real, and too tough to be famous before the world came crashing down around her. Number 8 on our list is Olivia Newton-John for Grease. This really is an iconic role of one of the most famous and celebrated musical films. Livy portrays Sandy Olson, Danny's girlfriend and Australian immigrant and ingenue, who transforms from a square lady to female greaser. She captured beautifully a teenager from the late 50s, singing today's classic songs like You're the One and I Want and Hopelessly Devoted to You with megawatt smile and charisma. Number 7 on our list is Jennifer Hudson for Dreamgirls. She won an Academy Award for her performance. Hudson's film debut is glorious. Oscar-winning cause for celebration. I mean, she can really act. She can nail a laugh with a sassy curl of her lip. She can break your heart by letting her eyes know just how hurt she was. And she can sing the roof off. As it will, as she tears into And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going, a war cry of a song in which Effie battles to stop Curtis from throwing her out of dreams and her bed. Number 6 on our list is Bjork for Dancer in the Dark, a kind of movie that you don't really want to see a second time. Heartbreaking ending along with suffering that Selma endures make me think of helpless people around us, especially the immigrants and single mothers who are abused and taken advantage of systemically. Bjork's performance stands out as one of the finest performances, powerful and brilliant, not to get an Academy Award nomination, but eventually winning the Best Actress at Cannes. Number 5 on our list is Bette Midler for 1979 film The Rose. She was nominated for an Oscar for her performance. Although The Rose began life as a biopic of Janis Joplin, the principal parties decided they would rather make a movie loosely based on Janis' life rather than straightforward interpretation. Midler delivers a sensational performance as Mary Rose Foster, a rock and roll star who is burned out of endless touring. Her ability to live, suffer, sing, and transform makes her the absolute protagonist throughout the film, making us believe that the biography figure embodies is her. Number 4 on our list is Lady Gaga for A Star Is Born. Gaga was nominated for an Oscar for her performance. Lady Gaga is one who commands your attention. The sharp, quizzical, leonine, mesmerizing face, very different from the wide openness of Streisand and Garland. Her songs are gorgeous, and ingenious openness of the scenes with Jackson are wonderfully sympathetic ones. One of the pleasures of A Star Is Born is all its rendition that is also a woman about whose ambitions are equal to those of any man who sadly rises as she weeps and sings toward a fabulous newfound self. Number 3 on our list is Diana Ross for Lady Sings the Blues. Even though she doesn't sing like Holiday, Diana Ross in her splashy feature debut gives a dramatically intense performance for which she earned her first and only Best Actress nomination. Loosely based on Billie Holiday's memoirs, Lady Sings the Blues is a fictionalized biopic of the noted singer, her rise and fall, and her battles with racism, sexism, drug addiction, and self-destructiveness. Movie is enjoyable, largely due to Diana Ross' commanding performance, melodramatic yearn, and music and production values, especially cinematography and costumes. Number 2 on our list is Cher for her role in Moonstruck. Cher won an Oscar for her performance. Cher has evolved into the kind of larger-than-life movie star who's worth watching whatever she does. This time she plays frumpy. For Cher means just longer hems and little grey hair in it. For those who wait for Cinderella-like transformation will not be disappointed. She plays Loretta, who wants to remarry and then decides to settle for Johnny, a nice and secure man, but then later she meets her brother Ronnie, who is passionate and moody. She finds herself in a dilemma. Very interesting and smart comedy film. And number 1, of course, is Barbra Streisand for her film Funny Girl from 1968. She won an Oscar for her performance. This is one of the richest musical films of its era, a highlight of a period of filmmaking that was filled with great material. Funny Girl, a recipient of 8 Academy Award nominations, is comprised of an extraordinary performance by Barbra Streisand in her first film role, dazzling productions, values with wondrous costumes and sets, a musical score with multiple show-stopping numbers, and heartfelt story. What's more, the subject matter, a young woman who becomes a great star but naive in a phase of the heart, gives the film emotional complexity and an ending that defies tradition. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, follow me on my Instagram account, and support our channel by becoming a patron on Patreon, and with a bunch of rewards help us creating together a great content with your favorite artists. Bye!